Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sahrish Tabassum. My ID is MS1604000429. I'm going to give presentation on the subject of software design code CS711, and for the paper which I am going to present is designing learning software using UML for deaf and dumb children. First of all, let me define its objectives, that why I wrote this paper, what was the thing in my mind. That I wanted to develop some software which is for learning purpose for students who are deaf and dumb, and this software will help them for their communication purpose. Different kind of services will be introduced for them, and along with education purpose they can play different kind of games, and where they can communicate with normal people also. This was the main intention which was in my mind for creating this designing this kind of a software. So in this software, like where I am going to define the scope, like I have taken help of Arabic language and English language, and for this language I have designed different kind of alphabets with main words, exercises, and different games which are going to be played in English and Arabic language. Then for entertainment purpose, I have taken help of puzzles and games, and for translator which can translate any language to sign language, which is used by deaf and dumb. So key features which is in my mind for designing the software are that this will help for communication, for learning, for entertainment, and this is a kind of a self-testing method for deaf and dumb students. And how it is being implemented? This is implemented with the help of translator, and then in translator with the help of dictionary. In dictionary, main words are defined, different animal names, the numbers, colors, shapes, different alphabets are defined for that. Then games are being implemented with respect to age and capability. Then by implementing multiple choice testing method for testing purpose for deaf and dumb students. As I designed the software in UML, so I have given introduction about UML, that how UML is being started, why UML is there, why we are using UML, for which purpose it is beneficial for us. So in introduction part of the paper, I have given introduction about UML, that in 1980s this UML was started, then its progress in 1990s, then in 1995, then along with it the role of object modeling technique, then role of object-oriented software engineering method. This I have discussed. So mainly, what is the purpose of UML? That it is facilitating our software design by providing different kind of tools, and these tools are used for design purpose, for analysis purpose of our design, that we can check that what we are designing, is it appropriate or not. Then for these when we are designing any model, so we can have a common communication also among people who are designing, who are analyzing, who are making the software, who are doing the coding work. So a common platform is being provided to them, kind of a blueprint which everyone in the software has to follow. So here it is used to sketch, kind of a whiteboard. And here workplace is also given to us, that we have to go within this limit, we can't go beyond that limit. So in that way, with defined standards, we are making our software designs. So what is deaf and dumb? Like basically we are designing our software for deaf and dumb. So normally we say deaf and dumb people are those people who are unable to speak or who are technically mute. Many people say them as mentally retarded, but that assumption is not true. These people, we think that they are like same like normal people in their understanding, in their learning purpose. Only the thing is that they are unable to speak. That's why their that particular facility, that particular ability is not there to understand what we understand. Because of speaking, that ability is not there. Otherwise, their mental understanding is same like the normal people. Okay, many people if we search, we find similar kind of applications which are there for deaf and dumb. But all of these applications, they were working on one assumption. That assumption was that already deaf and dumb students, they know the sign language. They know the sign language. So here in our design, in my design, I kept this thing in my mind, that they don't know this sign language. So I have defined sign language. I have tried to give design of this sign language. So this is not directly like in many applications it is not directly to children that what they have to do, what are the guidelines they have to which they have to serve, then how it is going to serve normal people also. Like normally they have only for deaf and dumb, like applications like deaf hearing chat device is there, deaf assistant free is there, DEFCON free is there, then Solodomus is there. So I have given their technique, which technique they are using, what features they are providing, and what are the problems in each of these applications which is existing. So based on these background work, I try to design my software starting with the functional requirements. Like I designed kind of a scenario that there will be administrator has to log in, administrator can add words, he can add games and quizzes. Users are deaf and dumb students which can access the software, then they can access different kind of features of the software, and then they can exit the software. Non-functional requirements, I keep in mind compatibility, then familiarity, performance, reliability, and security. System requirements, I have given that what I need, like operating system, which application I will use for designing of it, that what will be the memory. Hardware requirements are being given, then software scenario is being defined, complete scenario that from where it will start and where it is extending, what features I kept in my mind for designing this software. Like I'm saying that like what is the role of the admin, that admin should log in by providing username and password. Admin enter his menu, admin can choose manage games, manage dictionary, manage words, alphabets. After choosing these options, then admin has to save the work, and admin decides whether to manage another item or he has to log out, and if nothing to do more, then he log outs. Similarly, what deaf and dumb children they have to do, like menu will appear for them, they can go for the quiz, or they can go for the game, they can go for the language where translator is going to work. So all these things are being defined as a scenario. After scenario, I designed use case diagram, and for this first of all I defined different use cases, what use cases are going to be work. So my use cases are admin use case, then manage quiz use case, manage dictionary use case, manage games use case, manage main words use case, manage alphabetic use case. And based on these use cases, because now my scenario of the software is clear, I made class diagram. In class diagram, I made classes of games, alphabetic words, administrator, language, quiz, dictionary, and main words, and I defined main attributes for that also, in terms of like attributes and which kind of functions will be there. After that, I designed a context data flow diagram where I defined what will be the inflow for different data, what will be the outflow, where it is going, where it is coming, all this I defined. Till here I stopped my work till data flow diagram, and after that, inshallah, in the next phase I have a plan to complete this process, complete this work as a kind of an application. This is my future work, inshallah. So what we are concluding that because all these diagrams, all this design we made in UML only, and particularly if I talk about visual paradigm I use for this, so this is like how UML has facilitated us that we can make any design of any software based on any scenario, based on our background work, application work, that what we will do, we can design any software using UML. And here in UML, it provides us with that facility that we can judge our work, we can analyze our work, that are we going in the right direction or not, or we have to change something. So here with UML, it is a kind of self-evaluation that our design is appropriate or not. And for example, if after this work, anyone else, not even me, want to continue this work based on same standards, we can continue, because UML is a kind of standard language used throughout the world. So UML has facilitated us to make a standardized form of diagrams, which we made in for use cases and class diagram and data flow diagram, and based on the same work, inshallah, we will extract our work for the future. Then I have given abstract to the paper, that what I completely did in my paper, that this paper, what is UML, what is deaf and dumb, which software I want to design, what was the objective of my software, and which things I keep in mind, which part I design for my software, complete abstract I have given. And then at the end come up the references. Thank you so much for your time. Allah Hafiz.